Real Talk, episode 14. I am Brian Rose. We are here at London Real Studios, and my guest today is the love of my life, Mariana Alexieva, who needs a glass of water. Luis will get one right now. And we are here to answer your questions live right now for the next 30 minutes. And but before we get to that, I'm going to go quickly and talk to you about a few things that's happening right here at London Real. And one of those is the summit, which is happening on March 12th. And we are going to take over London Reelers. I'm super excited about that. We've got a few tickets left, and I am announcing the place right now. It is number 4 Hamilton Place, which is right on Hyde Park. It's the former residence of the Duke of Wellington and the current residence of the Royal Aeronautical Society and the future residence of the London Real Academy on Saturday, March 12th. I'm pumped. The whole day is all going to be about you. We're going to be there. We're going to come together as a tribe. We're going to be out in London, tearing it up, taking over London. And we're going to come back for a final drinks area out on the patio. And it's going to be a place where you can find, finally, and connect with all the members on the Academy that you might have seen on Facebook or might have seen on the focus group live stream. And you're going to meet them. You're going to hang out with them, meet your future mentors, allies, partners. So it's going to be amazing. So that's happening on the 12th. Grab your tickets before we go. Tonight, right after this intimate 30 minutes I'm having here with the lovely Mariana, we are having our public speaking masterclass. So if you ever wanted to know what public speaking is all about, if you've ever had stage fright, wanted to do a TED Talk, or wanted just to do like a best man speech, I'm going to give you the tips and tricks that I learned over the last couple years about how to do it better, including 5 hacks about stage fright, how most of the communication you do is nonverbal, and how you can really kind of hack yourself into alpha status just by getting on stage. So that's happening right after this. I think we'll have a link below if you want to get a ticket to that webinar. I might have a few spaces left. And I'll be talking about our public speaking accelerator course, which is starting in March, which is 10 weeks of private instruction from me that's going to get you on stage talking about your message, your company, etc. So that's happening right after this. And I might even pull Mariana into that, and she'll tell you about public speaking. We'll see. Couple more things. Dan Pena is back in studio on Monday. Mariana just went like, on Monday. So he'll be here. If you're an Academy member, you can watch that live at 5:30 p.m. That's on the 15th day after Valentine's Day. I'm spending Valentine's Day with my lovely baby mama, Mariana,
I'll take that.
on Sunday with Dan and Sally, his lovely wife. So more about that later. And just a few other things. The Dan Hardy trailer is out. You'll remember Dan from when he was here 2.5 years ago. Mariana's already seen that trailer. And our trailer with the rugby player, James Haskell, who's playing for England right now in the Six Nations. We were cheering him on the other day, is out as well. So there you go. Enough about business. Baby, let's talk about you and me. Where do we start? First of all, what's it going to be like having Valentine's with Dan Pena?
I'm really looking forward to.
Really?
They're a great couple, and Sally, it's an amazing woman. She's very graceful, and she has amazing sense of humor, and I'm really looking forward to spend St. Valentine's with them.
Yeah, I was thinking because we're having drinks at the Rivoli bar in the Ritz.
Okay.
Exactly, because it was in August. And I remember going there and I had to wear a suit on a Sunday and I wasn't happy. And we were waiting to have a drink with them and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I getting into? And Sally was there as well. First of all, Sally's amazing. She ran his entire 70th birthday party up at Guthrie Castle, and she wouldn't even stand up and take a bow, right? She's very cool. And they both argue over who was poorer, her or Dan. Dan came from the barrio. Sally came from a trailer, or a caravan, as they say in the UK. So it's going to be fun, baby. And I'll cook for you anyways on Saturday, right?
Okay.
Because last year I was cooking for you and then everything caught on fire, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we posted that video. All right. Look, lots of questions about you. How many months pregnant are you?
I'm 24 weeks pregnant, so we have 16 weeks left.
Okay, the due date is May 30th,
May
right?
30th. We are aiming, yeah.
Okay, first of all, I got a question. Has it hit me yet, baby?
I think you get it slower. You'll get there.
Slower. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm slow?
Yeah, I don't think you realize what's gonna hit us.
Right. Okay, you've done this before.
Yes.
Because our daughter, Gabby, who's turning 12 in a couple months, you had her, so you know what it's like to have this screaming young individual in the world needing lots of attention, right?
Yes.
But I don't.
No.
Okay.
when you hold it, when you look at it, look at him into his eyes, and then your heart's gonna grow, and you're gonna feel that abundance of love and joy, and it can't be described.
Okay,
So,
I'm definitely hasn't hit me yet. I mean, I've seen the scans, I've seen all of his body parts and his fingers and stuff, and that's pretty trippy. Actually, the 12-week scan was really trippy because I was like, whoa. And then we had the 20-week scan, so I could see all the pieces, but I can't really, and I can feel him in there, but I haven't really figured out he's going to come out, and then there's going to be a whole thing. So yeah, it hasn't hit me yet. I guess it'll hit me closer to this, or maybe when he hits me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a few questions about that, baby. I'm going to jump in. Okay.
Of course.
We've got great questions on the Academy, some from Instagram. I'm going to jump in. Mary Light says, congratulations to you both. She wants to ask you, Mariana, about me. Of course, I asked this question first.
Okay.
So she wants to know about me, beyond the physical, the obvious physical, what initially attracted you to me, and what later sealed the deal for you, to share you and your daughter's life with me. And also, what does Gabby think of me now compared to when we first met?
Okay.
How did we meet?
Well, we met, I was working in retail, and Brian came with...
What store?
Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana, Bond Street.
And Brian came with his girlfriend at the time to buy a dress for her birthday. So once she got into the fitting room, I started glazing into your eyes, and I just couldn't stop looking at you.
So you're a homewrecker.
Yes, yeah.
We actually met when I bought the dress first, when she wasn't there. And you knew I was buying a dress for another woman, but you were still giving me the smiley eyes. But it was still very innocent then, right?
Yes.
And then I came back with her, and you were friendly as well.
Yes.
Okay. Then what happened?
Then 6 months later, you asked me out.
Took me a long time, huh?
Did? I like that.
You do? That I took my time?
Yeah.
All the pickup artists say I should have gone in the next day, and, you know...
No, I don't think so. I think I knew that you're in a relationship that you need to get out. And I was waiting for you to be ready.
Wow. Okay. So answer the question. What attracted...
Your brown eyes, they're the warmest, velvetiest color I've ever seen.
That's very nice to say, baby. My brown eyes, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
And you thought I was a personal trainer?
Yes, I thought you're a personal trainer giving your last amount of cash for your girlfriend's birthday party dress. I thought that's the sweetest thing. I had it in my mind.
All right, now that's the physical. What else sealed the deal about me, and what made you want to share you and Gabby's life with me?
How genuine you are, and how honest you are, and warm, and you always stick to your words, and you never let me down.
You get me crying here, baby. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Life in general, she's asking, what characteristics or virtues do you find that you're practicing more now on a daily basis now than you did, say, when you met me 7 years ago? How are you different now than when you first met me?
I'm calmer, more grounded. I pay attention more to myself, to my feelings, and I'm more aware of my own being. And I follow my heart. I don't follow my head anymore. I'm trying to be a wise woman, not a smart one.
I like that. We have a fellow Bulgarian on the chat here that said, where are you from? I'm from Burgas, living in New York. Yeah. And I was wondering if you could tell us about Bulgaria, where it is, what it's like to grow up there, and why you came to London.
Well, Bulgaria is a very small country, only 7.5 million, I think, we are left. But it's wonderful. It's very family orientated, and I'm from Burgas as well. I'm from the seaside, and I had the most amazing childhood there. So much freedom and the sun and the sea and running around till 11 o'clock in the night. It was so safe, and you're surrounded by family and friends and neighbors, and it's a very warm place to grow up. What is like I love being Bulgarian in London. I love being an immigrant in England.
You do?
Yeah.
Why do you love being an immigrant in England?
Because it makes you work harder, and it makes you you do appreciate stuff more, I think, once you come from another country. And I love London. I feel like I'm in the vortex of everything happening, culture and architecture, and people were so welcoming. You can still be Bulgarian. You can be any nationality in London. You don't have to become English woman.
And what was it like growing up in the communist times of Bulgaria?
Very humbling experience. Everybody had the same. We couldn't travel, that was the downside. But you do appreciate stuff more. Still, when I see a glass Diet Coke, Coca-Cola bottle, still makes me laugh.
Why?
Because I saw it, I think, when I was 11 for the first time. I thought it's the most beautiful design.
Because you guys didn't have like a designed
No,
beverage?
sported goods, no.
Okay. And do you ever think you'll move back?
No. My heart is set up in London.
All right, I got another question for you.
Okay.
This one is from Lucia as well, the Bulgarian from Bulgaria, and she said, if you have to single out one component that is the hardest supporting Brian throughout my transformational journey, what would that be? Because, baby, let's be honest, you got to see me working in the city, quit my job, not know what I was doing for 6 months, literally start broadcasting myself from this place, and it was hard for many years, right?
It was. It was hard. The hardest for me was to hold on to my ego and not project what you should be doing on you and telling you that you should get a job or pushing you. I saw your evolution, and all I can do was just sit back and support you for whatever you decide to do. Telling you what I think you should be doing, it wasn't a way. So just being there for you and wait to figure it out. I didn't know it's going to be only 6 months. I thought
What? You thought it would just be 6 months?
before you jump to the next venture.
Oh, really?
But
Did you ever want to ask me if I was going to get a job?
No, it wasn't my place to ask you. You had to figure it yourself.
What do you think is the biggest thing that London Real changed about me since you met me? Or what have you seen me change?
Well, like pieces of a puzzle, everything fits now. You were craving for those deep, meaningful conversations. You were searching, you were listening to books, but something was missing. And even me, when we spent so much time together and we talk a lot, I couldn't give you what you were looking for. You had to find it yourself. And once you start speaking and broadcasting yourself and declaring your thoughts, everything puzzled together. And you do what you love, and being able to watch that is just such joy.
Thank you, baby. The question earlier was asking about Gabby. You watch us. I mean, do you remember when we first met, and then when we moved in together, and then now? What's it been like watching your daughter meet me, and then grow up with me as her father?
Well, Gabby's father is not in the picture, so the only father she has, it's you, and she talks like you, she thinks like you, and you gave her so much, and she gave so much back to us. I don't even think of you as a stepfather. You're her father. You raise her up.
Yeah, she changed my life hugely, and I talk about her a lot of times, but I mean, one of the reasons we all moved in together is because, like, I mean, you were running around like a crazy lady, baby, when I first met you. Because I was living in Notting Hill and I was banking, and you were like travel. You would like you and her were living in South Woodford, out in Essex, and you would take the train in to work at Bond Street. Then you would like go home and put her to bed. Then you'd come see me, and then you would go back home and back to. You were like crazy, working nonstop, spending time with me and her, and it was madness. And I remember like going to one of her schools and just thinking like I didn't really like her school out there. It wasn't a bad school, but I was just like, this isn't right. So finally, with the help of my ayahuasca, I was just like, okay, this time to like take some responsibility here, and then get Gabby, move in together, and get her in a good school and all that stuff. So she changed my life a lot, as much as you did.
Good.
Brave Coach says, is Brian happier now that he has London Real? Is he a nicer person now that he has London Real? He said success and happiness are not always traveling together.
Yes, they do. You
Yes?
can't be successful without being happy. What is success without happiness? They do travel together, and you're always been a nice person, a bit edgier, but you've always been a nice
Is that a
person.
way of saying I was meaner?
Not meaner,
What was I
edgier.
like as a banker? Was I grumpy?
Well, dating you pretty much was taming the beast.
What does that mean?
You were very edgy. You were very harsh on yourself. You weren't happy in your job, and you didn't see the answer. So, dating you, I mean, we both went through a really rough patch together.
What
We
was
had
that?
our own things going on. So,
What was that?
that was when Gabby was in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So, supporting each other and not telling each other what we should do.
Okay. Can you talk about that real quickly?
Yeah, Gabby was in Bulgaria for 2 years.
Right after we met.
Yeah, right after we met. She was kidnapped.
She was taken back to Bulgaria by her father, and you had to fight for 2 years to get her back, right?
Yes.
And so that was like 4 or 5 months after we started dating. No, 6 months.
6 months.
Because I asked you out on your birthday. Another great move for anyone that wants to know. Ask a girl out on her birthday. But yeah, then Gabby was taken, and you really fought really hard for her for 2 years. And baby, that's one of the things I always love and admire about you, is that you really fought super hard for her. And I know it looked really hopeless because the Bulgarian justice system was like not really EU or Western at some points, and they were always messing you around. It looked like, they were kind of conspiring against you, but you kept fighting, and you had the lawyers, and finally you kind of got justice because she was illegally taken out of this country. And so that was a tough period for you,
Yes,
but it also was like really important, right?
it was. There was no other way. I wouldn't leave my child. I was, yeah. But it showed me what I'm made of. So I believe everything happens for a reason in life. So that gave me such a big lesson. It showed me how much stronger I am. I didn't think I can go through the 9 loops of hell for 2 years, which is a really long time. And keeping a relationship and fighting for your child and traveling like almost every month, it built up a character in me.
Yeah, what a great guy to hang out for all that drama.
I don't know, how did you hang out?
Yeah, I don't know, baby. I love you. That's why. And I was impressed by how hard you fought, and it was a crazy time, and we forget how hard that was. But I'm glad you got her back, baby, because it changed my life too. So, all right, a couple more questions here. The founder of Nigeria Real, Lucky Salu, who was here 3 weeks ago for the focus group. I love that guy. He says, my question to Mariana is this. 1, how do you tell Brian Rose when he does something wrong, be it London Real or personally? 2, how do you encourage him when he is low or in a bad mood? And 3, how do you get him not to talk about London Real at home all the time?
Okay. First, when he does something wrong, that will be my opinion. So projecting my ego on you, I don't think it's going to be right. So
Okay, and I'll beat you to it, right? I'll tell me I'm wrong before you will, maybe. But all right, okay, that's a good answer. Very strategic and political. Number two,
number two,
when I'm low or in a bad mood, how do you encourage me?
I do talk about myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Mariana is like a mother. Like anytime I tell her a problem, she's always on my side. Oh well, they're just that, or it's always going to be great, or you're great, or you're always taking my side. It's crazy. All right, how do you get me not to talk about London Real at home all the time?
I love you talking about London Real. It's such a big part of our life. You come home and we talk about it, and I love every piece of information you give me. I do appreciate that you talk about your work. This is, I think, a really good sign. When you used to work in the city, I barely take something out of you. Now you just home and you open your heart and you tell me. And you no longer hold anything inside you. You're so open.
Yeah, I'm nicer too, right? I used to not text you when we first started going out. I didn't use the love word for like 3 years, right?
You didn't tell that you love me until we moved in together.
Really?
Yeah.
How many years is that?
6.
Come on. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that
I
long.
just knew it.
I don't believe that. But no, I was angrier and harder back then. And I remember coming home, I just had to keep it all contained because it was just like I had these horrible, nasty days where just these horrible things, and bankers would just put me through the ringer, and like I could come home and I just didn't want to tell you about it because it was just revisiting and reliving the horror. And so I would just bottle it up and, whatever, try to deal with it. But I guess that's not the healthiest of things, is it? And now all I do is talk about London Real, right?
That's a good sign.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Stefka Angelova.
Zdrasti, Stefka.
Zdrasti, Stefka. Can you tell someone's Bulgarian by their surname? The Ovas and the Evas.
Yeah, but they might be Russian as well.
Okay, all right. She says, do you believe that as women, we can have it all? The family, the kids, the career, or successful business, taking good care of yourself at the same time. Is that possible, and what is important to you in life?
Yes, it's possible, but not in that order. You should start taking care of yourself first. Then go to your family and loved ones, because they are the one that matters when you're about to go off this earth. And then you should start thinking about your business or career. I think in that order. You can't have a successful business if you're not taking care of yourself, or if you're compromising with your family, which leads to you should love what you do. Because if you see your family is not supporting you, that means that something is missing. If they see you blooming and happy and successful, and they will be there to support you in that journey. But if you see you coming home exhausted and you're not taking care of yourself and you're missing time with your loved ones, then it's really difficult to keep it all together. And you think that men have a big ego. These days, I think women have a big ego, thinking we can do it all, and we take our family on our shoulders, and we take career, and we still want to look great, and we try to carry that way. It's like thinking we're gonna have it all, but having it all is such a long journey. There's no checkpoints that you stop and say, okay, I've made it, I have it all. So take care of yourself first, and take time for you, and take care of your family, and then you follow your passion. That's the only way, I think, to have it all.
Powerful stuff, baby. You gotta start broadcasting. Yeah? At Thanksgiving, when we announced our son, I told a quick story at the Thanksgiving table, and I said, you and I remember it, we celebrated New Year's Eve in Hoxton Square, and I used to have this big duplex bachelor pad on Charlotte Road, and Gabby was still not back yet from Bulgaria. We were still fighting to get her back, and we went out there, and the fireworks went off, and you said, I made a wish, and I was like, what was your wish? And you said, I can't tell you, or it's not gonna come true, or some nonsense, I don't know. And I was like, I pushed you, I said, what was your wish? What did you tell me?
That I want us to have 3 kids.
I think you said like 1 boy and 1 girl, or 1 boy, 1 girl, 2 boys and 1 girl, or something crazy. And I was like, I literally thought you were out of your mind. Like you might have said, "I want a pink elephant and a blue dolphin." Like I was
And you
literally
just
like,
went along
I
with
was
it.
just like, "What are you talking about, you crazy lady?" That is so not in my reality whatsoever. And I remember you told me that, and I was just like, "That's so out of your mind." Did you always know we were gonna have babies?
Yes, yes.
How?
I just knew. I'm very bad at setting plans and making goals. I do follow my heart. So I just always knew. This wasn't an option not having any. No.
Are we having more?
Yes.
What do you think is the thing that's going to hit me the most, like in June, like early June, like 3 days after Junior is here? What's going to change the most about me, or what do you think has changed? What do you think is going to be, like, how am I going to change?
I think you will be rushing home to spend time with us. I think you'll be amazed what love you feel towards him and how protective you're going to be and how complete you're going to feel. And you're really going to grow up as a person as well.
I'm not grown up?
You are, but...
Got some more to go?
That's going to, yeah, ground you.
Okay, and lastly, what's it like being pregnant?
Oh, it's a very humbling experience. It's like taking back seat in a cab and letting Mother Nature drive you around. Your body is changing every week. You have no say in that. But the good part is that the hormonal right. It's like every day it's a great day. It might be rain outside, it might be cold, I might not go out the house the whole day. I'm like unbelievably happy.
And what's the worst part?
The worst part is the first few months. And
Okay,
the uncertainty, is he okay? Is he...
Yeah, the first few months you were sick like every day. That wasn't nice. And then you don't know if it's going to be okay, everything's going to be fine. Now we're like in the 20-some weeks where like he's just chilling. He's cruising. He's on cruise control.
Yeah,
right?
he's in cruise control. Yeah.
He's moving around, he's kicking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Marie Judith from Toronto.
Hi, Marie.
She know Marie, she's awesome.
Yes.
She asked a bunch of questions, but I'm going to go to the last one. How do you both think a boy will change the dynamics of the family? Because right now it's you, me, and Gabby, and we've been there for what, 4 years? 3 years?
4 years.
4 years in August. Mm-hmm. How's the boy going to change the dynamics of the family?
Well, Gabby told me that sometimes she feels very lonely, and I do understand that as the only child. I can't imagine how happy she will be once we have him, and taking care of him and taking him out and doing everything over again. It's going to be so much joy in the house.
When we told Gabby about this, we told her the night before Thanksgiving, and I sat her down on the sofa and like I had the grand plan. I was like, okay, I got this. I'm gonna say, all right, we're gonna get her advice. I'm gonna say, Gabby, we need your help. We're gonna need your help raising your brother. Da 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 da. Told her, and what happened?
She cried all night and she couldn't go to school the next day.
She gave me the nastiest look ever, baby. Even beats one of your nasty looks. Like she was just like,
I do have a nasty look.
Every now and then, not very often, but she gave me the like death look. I still remember it. I was like, ooh. And she was so mad and she was crying and stuff, but I think she's gotten better with it. And like I told her like a few weeks later, I was like, I know you're emotional about this, but he's coming. Whether you like it or not, he's coming. So we're going to have to just come to terms with this. And I think you're right. I think she's really good with little kids. We've seen her. And I think once she gets over that hurdle, she's going to be an amazing, bigger sister. So yeah, it's going to be transformational. But I think it'll be good, right? Yeah? We think so? Last question. How was this, babe? You know I've been trying to get you in here and get you in this chair for some time. What's it like being in the chair? What's it like talking to me like this?
Wow, it was so much easier than I thought it would be. It felt very natural and it flew. Yeah, it's not that bad. Really.
You're an active member on the Academy. Like, you know a lot of these people that are talking. You're in there. You were like our first member to actually buy, I think. Like, I was just like, I I think we were here waiting, turning it on, and all of a sudden it was like in there. I went, what happened? And he was like, you bought your membership. So you're like pretty serious about the academy and everything. You're always in there. What do you see when you see the academy? Or like what has surprised you over the last year, and like you've seen it change and all that stuff?
What surprised me always is the energy. Every time when I come to a focus group, I see those driven people that I call them carry the light with them, because their minds are so searching and they're so the same, so unique, but so the same in a way of like, they want to know more, they want to have connections, they want to grow business, they want to support each other. And you don't meet people like that on a daily basis. You might meet your colleagues, one or two, they're okay, but you're going to stick with them anyway. And you don't see them in your friends very often. You end up with your friends complaining about stuff or supporting them, but not really drive yourself for something bigger. So the academy, it gives them a platform to be their best. And I see Olive and I see Tony and I see them, Arwa, and they're forming these deeper connections. And it's been how many months?
10 months.
10 months, and they already feel like a family. And they're pushing each other. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, when I see the focus group energy, it's like it's incredible. And like one of my good buddies, Matt, who I train with and do my monkey stuff with, he was like, he said to me one day, he's like, Brian, he's like, that's not normal. He said, all the people I hang out with, when I have an idea or a big plan, they put it down. They're like, you can't do that. Nobody can do that. People have tried that. And he's like, when you come to this focus groups, people are like, how can we help you do that? How can we make you do that? Let's do this together. And like I'm telling you, the energy of the focus group, we're trying to capture with the live stream and with the videos that we made, but it's really hard to capture like that kind of positive energy of all these people that never met each other. And yet that we have this common bond that I guess we like listening and being inspired by great things. So I'm humbled by it. I still can't believe it. I'm still, I just still feel really honored that we're part of it. So
I know, it's like magic. When we meet people that watch London Real, they're always the nicest people.
The most incredible people ever. All right, I'm cutting you off, babe.
Okay.
That's 30 minutes. That's Real Talk.
I'm coming back.
You are?
I am coming
All right,
back.
if you want her back, if you want her to take my seat maybe and interview someone else for like a guest host, then we can do that. I'm sure you have more questions for Mariana. Again, it's like 30 minutes. It's hard to ask you the good stuff, but I know it's all there, babe. And I think everyone saw a little bit of tonight of why you are the love of my life, baby. You're my North Star.
You should give a webinar how to treat your woman.
Really? You're the sun in my rain.
Yeah, he comes home, dropped on one knee, and he started declaring his love.
That's true, baby. And you cook for me, and I'm just the luckiest man in the world. Right?
Yes, you are. Don't
Okay.
forget.
All right, I'm wrapping this up. This has been Real Talk, episode 14. We're here next week for episode 15. Submit your questions. Baby, are you coming to the summit?
Yes, I am.
All
I'll
right.
be heavily pregnant, but I'm there.
She's going to be heavily pregnant at the summit, March 12th. We're going to be there. We're going to rock. We're going to take over number 4 Hamilton Place. We're going to shake the chandeliers. We're going to do active meditation, Elliot Hull style. It's going to be dope and impressive. Then we're going to go out into London, take it over with pictures, videos, selfies, and we're going to come back and party at that place until they kick us out. So it's going to be awesome. Pick up your ticket. Submit your questions next for Real Talk, and give Mariana some feedback on the academy. She's there. She's posting all the time. She's one of the members. And that's it, baby. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me in this crazy, crazy thing called London Real. Thanks for not pushing me and telling me to get a job. Thanks for not telling me I'm crazy. Thanks for not asking me, are we going to be okay? And thanks for everything, baby. Okay?
Welcome.
All right. We're out of here.
Thank you.